Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This time I will talk about some general things, about some values and about some things that are really important in sport and in life. We live in a period of marketing. Number of subscribers are really important, and mm, how much you are actual on TV, on internet, on anywhere. So we must think about some things. Did we lose some values? Do we have much quantity instead of quality? I mean, in these 2 months, I mean, when this entire situation began, uh, people are talking about a lot of things, about reminding of some people in actual stars, comparing them with old players in basketball, about some other players in football, about uh, all the ways of thinking and everything, etc., etc. But people are rarely talking about values. I will comment here about several situations which are from my angle, and several people who are really so much overpriced in history of sport. Because if I talk about other kind of people, I will get into politics, and I don't want to talk about politics. I really don't want to talk about that. But let's talk about first the most important duel is Messi Cristiano Ronaldo. These two players are now that much in marketing, so people are talking like football before them did not exist. When we compare, same thing is with LeBron James in basketball. Everyone wants to be a judge these days and try to compare him with Jordan. For me, Jordan had one stolen title, because that is a title against Detroit, because of a really I don't agree ever with goal, and if you have a goal you can do anything to achieve it. And I think people who try to think on other way, they are short to see that is kind of sport, not kind of life, neither kind of I would even in life we need to have principles, not only on court, basketball court, football court, any sport, and anything what is about that should be only about how with rules get to win this game. And truly, I think we like civilization subsided from this really honorable way of thinking. I think more honor in on court, have kids on playground. I think when I was a kid, I don't know about modern kids because I don't have ones now, and I don't, but I can only see kids in school and everything like that, and I see parents which are more like to teach kids how to be early adult instead to be kid. But okay, for me, why I'm talking about this? I think 90s in football and basketball were really glorious, and era before that one. Like I said, maybe people will tell me like, okay, but basketball in that time when Detroit won title against Bulls in NBA was something else, and people were like really hard fouls and everything like that. People will tell me, Yeah, you didn't play on street, you don't know what is hard game. Man, okay. I played a lot of games on street, and every time when someone heavily made foul on me to stop me on, I laughed because I felt like, hey, this guy admitted that I'm better than him. He don't have any other possible way to stop me on court instead of injuring, making foul, or doing anything else. That is about basketball and about that sentence. Let's go back to football. I think that really these days money is truly about everything. We have a lot of big money transfers, and that is really, for me, unrealistic. I heard that France yesterday finished their league. Paris Saint-Germain became champion of France, but they lose. All clubs are losing 243 million euros for commercial TV rights. That is, for me, really smart move. Why? Because transfer of Neymar was 222 millions. And if you can pay player that much, you don't care about 22 million difference. You can only think about losing that investment. And like I say, that is for me contradictory. Why? Because entire country, all TV stations can pay all clubs that much money, and one club can pay one player only 20 millions less. So, if we compare this situation, yeah, I know that clubs with no rich owners are in difficult situation, but from my angle, I think that we all are forgetting that this game is about skill. This is not about money. I truly had today one great discussion about. I commented on one site about that I think that a lot of players, not only Michael Jordan, are in front of LeBron James. And I will explain why. I'm kind of player which always respected winners. And for me, winners are something difficult to say what are winners today. Are champions, are winners anyone who got a ring? Okay, so we had a bunch of players who were on bench or had 10 days contracts, and they got a ring because, or from development league, they came in finals and they are champions. And we have on other side a lot of other players who entire their life were committed to bring their franchise on that throne, but they didn't have enough strength in their squad. They had some misses, they had some injuries, or they had some other reasons why they failed in their task. Of course, if their opponents were better than them. But I cannot rule them out like champions. Why? I can respect several players to not going after ring. I can respect some players if they tried in their last year to play for champion team, like Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Peja Stojakovic, or someone else, who were thinking about, okay, this is my last season, I will play like reserve, I'm not in my primer age, and why not? I done this work and I have really skill, but I'm not interested to play this game anymore. Why not to finish it when that ring? Okay, that is for me good explanation. But when I see some player who made entire team like that done LeBron James, and when he in middle of season demanded from club to trade them, waive them, or any other possible way how to get free of them and to bring other players, and the next season he went to LA Lakers. I cannot say really about him that he is one of the greatest players of all times, because truly he got a lot of money. We know that he had $160 million when he became, before he became NBA player. We know that when he came to Cleveland, what was Cleveland before that, and we know what Cleveland achieved with him in that first season. But we must remember that he had opportunities, crucial moments in finals Eastern Series to win, and he blowed that chances. After his mistakes, we can say, I will not say mistake, but he showed to me, I was really in that time I wasn't a fan, but I really liked something, because we are almost same age, that one guy who came into league can go all the way. But I had seen a lot of times that replays, I think around 20 times that replays, and I had seen that shots got to him. A lot of players miss the crucial shots. Kobe Bryant missed a lot. That is not a problem. I love Kobe, really, and rest in peace, truly, man. I learned a lot from you and your games, and big respect. But Kobe wasn't that kind of project from beginning. He was greatly respected player. But LeBron James is first player in NBA who, I think, one of first, who came like something special nature. I don't know how to say that. Something godless. I don't know. Some god. I don't know how to on court something. Someone who have enough strength and enough skill to become something more. Okay. His games and everything are truly to be respected. He have a lot of points. He has a lot of points. He has a lot of other statistics. He has rings and everything, and that will be recorded in history. But I'm truly starting to believe that the major thing about all that players and comparison between them are circumstances. Michael Jordan became brand, and he fought all the time. He got into bad team. We all know what was Ball's nickname when he came to team. His teammates told these days that he didn't of first season didn't want to go to house parties with his teammates. You know, everyone knew what was going on. And Chicago rebranded that team. They made something from that, and we didn't see that Jordan was the main influencer, but by saying, yeah, I want that, I want, he will never say that he wants, I'm sure 100%, he would never say that he wants Rodman in team. And that is for sure, because we know what happened year before. Because we know there was talk like that Jordan and Pippen didn't talk with Rodman, and they won that titles. So, of course, about Rodman, about Detroit, I was really watching that game over and over, that games, all games over and over, and I truly, like I said in start of my video, I said like I respect when someone make a heavy foul on me. That is like he accepted that I am better than him. For that team, for that player, is even better to let me to, okay, I can accept that someone make a foul because he wanted to make a block. That is okay. If he made mistake, okay, I will respect. You, man, you was really into that to get to that ball. I was faster, or you was fast enough, but I was in better position, and truly that fall is not your fault. You could stop me on any other way. I'm talking about usual basketball. But when I see what was happening with that in that final series about everyone else in both team and what was going with Jordan and Pippen, I must say that that title is title for fakes. I truly, someone said that, Isaiah Thomas said that Jordan was baby cry. Truly for me, baby cries were in Detroit. They won title, but they were baby cries because they didn't respect. They showed they don't have enough skill to stop them, but they have enough foul bonus, and they don't have enough skill to stop them on a regularly way. About LeBron, what I can say, like I said, man left his first team because he missed several shots. He made super team in Miami with really big bench. Third, he made super team back in Cleveland. After that, I would never give him opportunity to go back. After that, treason. And he again made super team, and he disbanded him. He left them, like I said. After that season, when he done whatever he wanted, he went to Lakers. To be honest, I cannot respect someone like him, and I can say that any player from 19s and before that which was categorized as potential all-star player and all-star player like Gary Payton, Tim Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning, uh, Shaquille O'Neal, which I personally don't prefer because of some other things. Uh, anyone else, Nick Van Exel, Sam Cassell, Derek Rose, Westbrook, even Harden, Steph Curry, Thompson. I would respect them more. People will say, okay, you are Golden State Warriors fan but they had their own dream team. Yeah, but okay, this year we had seen that Durant left that team and went to another project, and what is going on? Okay, GSW went for first pick, and what is going on with that? Why I respect more Curry than LeBron? Because of that what they done before Durant came into game, but that was management response for Cleveland, and that is really one of the biggest truth about everything. We had two super teams. We had one player who decided who will be in that team. On the other side, we had coach who wanted to have and management who wanted to have a really great team. There was another team which was projected to be super team, Minnesota Timberwolves. They got Towns, they got Wiggins, they got Bjelica, like EuroLeague MVP. They had Rubio, they had Lavine, they had Butler after that, and they had Nikola Pekovic in one moment. They had Kevin Love, they had a lot of players in their project. And what had they done? Nothing. Because first picks never I had seen on court by my own eyes when I was watching this game how Wiggins and Towns were ignoring Nemanja Bjelica on court when he was alone, that they were trying to get the stats that Towns was really thinking about that, how he will be one of the best rookies or maybe candidate for MVP instead of making some results. And okay, he is a good center, great center, but that is not something what we can expect from some team. A lot of people are saying like, hey, you are talking about LeBron James, you are talking about big names, you are talking about people who are earning that much money, who have a lot of fans or something like that. I am talking about people who are really big talk. About people who had skills and have skills. But people who never done anything without any help, personal security in that they felt in some moments truly insecure when entire story was only on them. I cannot agree that LeBron was on had everything on his hand when he had in his team Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. I cannot truly accept. And really great bench. I cannot. I could say that he is candidate for one of the best players ever if he stayed in Cleveland after his first season, if he tried to agree with the management how to bring maybe one player to help him, one or two players to help him, not superstars, players who were needed to get to finals. But instead of that, we got another super team. And is it super team or super team? That is the question. For me, Miami is good because two of my favorite players got the ring. Ray Allen and Dwayne Wade. Only minus for me is LeBron James. I'm not a fan of Miami. I am a fan of players. I am always there where is one player or two players. Ray Allen, for me, got respect when he was in Bucks. When he tried to make that franchise great for some time, and also I can say about Kevin Garnett. They didn't use him on the right way and in Wolves before. They had opportunity, but they blow it, like they are blowing and blowed this roster they had in last 3 or 4 seasons. For me, some people will say that I'm not objective about this. For me, teams to be watching are Denver Nuggets in this moment. Also, I would like to see Orlando. Orlando is truly not great team. He have one center, Vucevic, and they have Fournier, and they have Gordon. All of them need to improve themselves so they can be a threat for these super teams. But I think that to be a member in super team is a weakness, which we had seen in Cleveland when LeBron was disbanding team, like I mentioned before. When people were like, we will do this easy, we will win everything because we are our names. We don't need to do anything except go on court and everyone will go back. NBA is a league where players are respected, who must be truly respected to get there. And truly, if you get your chance to play, not to be player with 2 minutes on court, but if you have 10 minutes on court, that is really some admission of your skills. We have seen Trevor Ariza or other players how they became great ones by trades. How some other coaches improved their skills. And we had seen how some all-star players became nothing in their other clubs. Or we had seen the best way of, for me, is New York Knicks. When you make all your bets on one player and he was in mood like, I will throw every possible shot I want to need my stats, and I need my stats, victory is not an option. So from that angle and other angles, you will understand why I don't think that LeBron is not one of the greatest. He lacks loyalty to his players, to not mention loyalty to club. Okay, you can have issues with management. You can have disrespect from coach. You can have bad chemistry with team, but you have power and you demand power to make a team, and after all of that you leave your creation for some other chance. For me, I will not say some hard word which is on everyone's mind, because like I said, I am not Cleveland fan. If someone go after money, okay, but truly Cleveland could give that money to LeBron when they gave him everything else what he wanted, and instead he choose Lakers because Lakers have history. I always more prefer LA Lakers than Boston Celtics. Maybe that is because of color. Maybe because that is of all that skilled players. Maybe that is because of divots. I don't know. But truly, maybe that after that time, there was Kobe, of course. But truly, I'm not satisfied when I see LeBron in Lakers. I don't watch that games because I had seen all these projects and I am sick of it. Because I had seen him sure about himself in moments when he had great support, and even in that games we cannot forget that players like Ray Allen in Miami or some other players made great roles for his titles. He blowed a chance to prove that he is one of the greatest in his first season in NBA. And again, when I say when he left for Miami. About football, about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. When I had seen I was watching on TV first Messi game in Barcelona, and I had seen that all things are true about his skills. People will say that he lack something to achieve for Argentina, and that is truth. Ronaldo, I was fan of Ronaldo for same reason when I had seen him first time, because we are same age, and I had seen a lot of skills when he was playing for Sporting Lisbon, when he played against my favorite club, Partizan Belgrade, and I had seen that guy is really talented. But truly, when he went to Manchester United, when he became something which entire world are looking for, when he became marketing icon. I truly felt like, and this is wrong. This is really wrong. This when became rivalry between two of them, I had seen also this is really, really wrong. I never accepted rivalry between Maradona and Pele. And I will never understand how that can be because of some other things. Because for me they were different kind of personalities. Both of them were goal scorers. But I must say that in this Messi CR7 age, plus Neymar and some other players, we forget how football was beautiful earlier. We didn't have Rabona, but we had a lot of creative forwards and midfielders which could do anything with ball. This is what Messi is doing on court is something what was almost usual to see from different players. I cannot forget really R9. He was really one of the reasons why I started watching football and everything like that. I mean, for American soccer. And truly I cannot understand how people have a really small memory to remember how looked like to see some moves, how people were winning on field and something like that. That was really really great. Okay, Italian football was truly, in English before, was truly physical. Like I said, I am never supporter in any kind of sport where I don't like when I see player who is running toward forward player and he's trying to make a fall because he cannot stop him on any other way to stop a goal. I cannot really understand that, or so truly I cannot understand. Why? Because for me, such mistake, if your team makes such mistake, you need to do your best to stop that ball clean. Why? One reason is sportsmanship. Another reason is red card. Third reason is potential penalty situation. And fourth, the most important reason is how can respond your entire team if you save that kind of action. I remember when I was in my last club, I'm not so important player, in basketball, one by my own choices, other by injuries, but this is not about me. And this would look like I am speaking about myself like great things. But truly for me, if I had seen counterattack 3-on-1, you know how it's difficult in basketball to finish, or in football even. But I think in basketball is more difficult, because in basketball you get players with hand control of ball. You don't have legs to use, which is more difficult. I always was doing my best to stop that action. I cannot say that I stopped every action 3-on-1. Some of them were stopped by myself because people were like, "Hey, we have only one player in defense. This will be easy job." That is one part. Second part is really I was trying to read offense and to be really fast with my hands and to predict where ball will go in that moment. Of course, I was not humiliated if someone dunked over me, or because I don't feel that like misrespect. I was honored because I tried to stop that. If I succeed, and I would never felt down after that. My only response after that could be, "Hey, people, go back, don't make some mistakes," or if people are not listening from my team, to take ball into my hands. And I think we in these days, and entirely in sport, we have wrong way of looking on it. I was talking about defense, but I am talking about offensive players. So, pride. You don't have time for pride when you are on court. You have right on court for self-respect. You have right on court to be team player, not to do everything what coach wants from you. Of course, basketball in Europe became that, and we are in really bad situation about this sport here, because everything is less talent, more physicality in way that you need to have condition to do everything what your coach demanding from you. Every single letter. In other way, you can only, in any other way, you can only think about how fast you will go on bench, and that is for me stupid. Europe is really have a lot of good players in NBA these days. Like what is truly opposite to what is doing in Europe. And to be honest, why I am going back to basketball, because like I said, this is really what is my game. But about football, I cannot imagine a lot of games without individual moves in some points. If you are circling around, the last 2 seasons, when I had seen bunkers, we had seen a lot of Davids winning against Goliaths. Why? Because big teams had only one chance and only one plan: to circle around, to go with same tactics, with same players, with lack of passion, and with behavior like, okay, we are first on table, we are overpaid, and we are over them, and we cannot lose this on any possible way. So our only thing is to get this game done. And what was going on 4 months before 4 months before this entire crisis and before suspension of all competitions, we had seen a lot of games with big turnarounds, with great, how I can say, losing points from great clubs. We had seen underperformances from a lot of players, and we had seen a lot of losing. First at all, what I must say, yeah, Inter Milano or Internazionale will be one of my main points to analyze this. They had dream team. They had Bobo Vieri and Ronaldo. Ronaldo had a lot of injuries in that time, but with every of his moves, he showed great potential, and he made great differences on court. About other teams, we had seen great defenders: Fabio Cannavaro, Alessandro Costa Curta, Nesta, and they done great jobs. Paolo Maldini, of course, Javier Zanetti. That is Italian football. I am a fan of Liverpool only because of one player from his history who played one season, and after that he had great injury problems. Michael Owen. He, for me, showed great talent, and he's main reason why I like Liverpool. About other players, when I am thinking about names: Seedorf, Davids, Pirlo. He didn't have place in Inter, and he became legend. About Luca Toni. Luca Toni, we know where he was main player. We know about Hernan Crespo. Everyone heard about him. We know about a lot of players from ex-Yugoslavia, and we know a lot of players. I will not mention all of them because I don't want to be subjective about this, but there was a lot of players who played this game on great level. And even when football wasn't only physicality and money and marketing, and I cannot watch when Paris Saint-Germain or Liverpool or Barcelona or Real Madrid or any other club are pressing someone who is from 20th or 18th place on table and attacking you in same motion, and there is counter-attack and goal, and after that there is a pressure next 40 minutes, no chances, or some shots from nothing what is invention. And that is truly disappointing when people are saying only about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo era and mentioning only them. I am sorry, but I feel like there were a lot of players with same calibers, but they are not active players anymore, and generations doesn't have opportunity to watch them. And that is really sorry, because if some of these younger players take watch a game or highlights from some of that earlier games and watch moves, football could be really better place. But for now, from my angle, this is a bunch of overpriced players without that much skill. Okay, I can say Liverpool is really great now, and for me, Barcelona, Liverpool, and Juventus maybe have really great potential. Of course, Inter had his moments in this season and had great potential, but if they lose Lautaro Martinez in next year, that will be a great setback for Inter Milan. They need some big big replacements. Say they need players who will change something so they can be really something what will really continue their pushing title goal. But that is about all of this. My conclusion is, yeah, there are two or three players who are well respected. There are 20 players who are megastars, and there are a lot of players who are thinking instead of becoming one of them, they are thinking how they are happy to be in that business and how they cannot imagine to compete after that against that immortals. Guess what? They are not gods, and they are not that good that someone else cannot be great as them. I will not be for sure, that is not my game. But this time is time of great marketing, great depression, lot of self-lockdowns. People are not believe in themselves that they can do anything about this game. And in basketball game, and they are ready to retire if they see someone. Let's talk about usual courts. Let's talk about if you see someone who was playing for some club, if you see casual player on casual court, football, basketball, or lower leagues, people in dressing room will talk about that player He's famous. He already gave that much goals. People are letting themselves that someone is not from this planet. And I think, isn't this season with this much turnarounds proof that is wrong kind of thinking? All games that Barcelona, Liverpool lost one game and had really got goals only from all shots on goal went into goal, and that was same against Atletico Madrid. Truly, only goalkeeper was the reason. Yeah, I don't like to label anyone, but only goalkeeper was the reason, because they finished this season too early. But to be honest, I would like people to open their eyes. I would like people to learn how to play this game cleanly, how to not fall down when they lose this game. And I would more like, after all this quarantine and everything like that, to see people playing basketball and enjoying it, and to do everything from there with their strength, and to be angry only if they lose, if they lose that match on themselves, instead of trying to figure out, we are losing, they're stronger, or hurting someone because no one else is better than me. If we succeed in that, I think sport will be much better, much interesting, and fans will be more interested to see what is going on court or on stadium or anywhere else. If we didn't have that, if we don't have that kind of bad game, I would more like if this last 20 years were about improving technique, defense, intelligence of players, than to make them autopiloted video game parts players with yelling instead of joystick. I would more like to see something else. I would more like to see that these games, these sports are not only job. Until next video, have great time. Please, if you like it, subscribe. Farewell.